Good afternoon, Mark Sudduth with HurricaneTrack.com and your video update for Hurricane HD for Sunday, June the 10th, 2012. So glad you could join me today. Let's take a look at what's going on in the Atlantic Basin and the Eastern Pacific. Not much in the Atlantic. You can see this large area of moisture, tropical downpours, severe weather, lots of flooding problems here along portions of the I-10 corridor. If you live there, you know well aware of it. If you've been vacationing there, Orange Beach, Gulfport, Gulf Shores, New Orleans, the area all around the central Gulf Coast, plagued by this non-tropical low, even though it certainly has seemed tropical with all that rainfall. Just goes to show you don't have to have a named storm or a hurricane to cause issues. Hopefully we can keep anything from coming out of the Caribbean into this area over the next several weeks so that it can dry out there, taking its own sweet time to finally get out of there, this fetch of moisture in the low pressure area through here, this surface trough as it's called, going to hang around for a little bit longer, and thus the nasty weather will continue. The peninsula of Florida finally cleared out. You can see the leftovers of that stalled frontal boundary here over the Atlantic, and no tropical troubles to deal with, that's for sure. Caribbean, the tropical Atlantic, nice and quiet. Looking at a radar picture real quick, you can see the reflectivity there, very strong coming back onto the radar. Lots of heavy rainfall, as you know. This is Interstate 10 cutting across the Florida Panhandle. Yuck! This is 65 coming up to Montgomery, and then I-85 into Atlanta. This whole region just socked in with miserable travel conditions here for Saturday into Sunday. The weekend, kind of a mess. Lots of rain in and around the Jacksonville, Florida area on the eastern side of I-10 now, and then even some more up here along portions of central South Carolina, but nothing related to tropical storms or hurricanes. So I guess that's good news in all of this. Looking in the eastern Pacific, we have Investigation Area 93E. Remember that the Hurricane Center assigns a number, 90 through 99, and the letter E for East Pacific, just to designate that this blob, for example, is different than this one, and this one is different from that one. It's easier to just give them a name, and in this case it's a identifier, a 90 through 99, and then the letter E for East Pacific, and 93E sitting here with a 60% chance of development. Doesn't look very organized, does it? It's not, and even if it were to develop, it looks like it'll track off more towards the west to west-northwest where cooler water awaits. And we can see that here on the Tropical Cyclone Formation Alert issued by, I guess the Navy does this through their Joint Typhoon Warning Center and just the overall Navy Research Lab out of Monterey, keeping the Navy on alert for what's going on with tropical cyclone potential. And this is their Tropical Cyclone Formation Alert area based on computer model data and coordination with the National Hurricane Center, I'm sure. And so you can see that anywhere in this box, the system could track along, moving generally towards the west-northwest, away from areas like Zihuatanejo in Mexico, Manzanillo. No issues from this, even if it does develop, which it has a little bit of a shot. It's not sitting under, this is the area right here, by the way, it's not sitting right underneath this upper-level anticyclone. This is very favorable winds aloft right here, this area. It's over on the edge of it and moving away from that area of favorable upper-level winds and eventually towards cooler water. Eventually, all this orange in here is 29 degrees Celsius, it looks like, 28, 29, so yeah, it's about 81, 82 degrees, so plenty of warm water, but this is your cocoon, if you will, your area of safety for upper-level winds, and 93E going to move away from that. Where upper-level winds could be stronger out of the southeast, blowing in one direction. Remember, I've talked about that. You need the winds to blow away from it in all directions to evacuate that rising air. So 93E, a little bit of a chance for development into a tropical storm, but probably nothing significant at all. There you have it. You're up to date now for Sunday, again, the 10th of June, 2012. I'll be back here again tomorrow where we'll take a look at sea surface temperature anomalies for the week ahead, a peek at what's going on with the El Nino situation, plus a look at what's expected in the tropics, global models wise, as we start the new week. Again, I'm Mark Sudduth for HurricaneTrack.com. Very glad to be providing these hurricane video blogs for Hurricane and Hurricane HD, and I'll see you again tomorrow.